Iran's regime teeters on collapse as U.S. talks falter dramatically. The headline reads, Iran regime power players may eye Russia in Assad-style escape as U.S. talks falter. Expert. According to Fox News, an expert warns Iran, actually IRGC leadership, may flee to Russia amid regime instability after high-stakes U.S. negotiations collapsed and military fractures deepen. What makes this story significant is that it goes beyond the immediate headline. It raises questions about the decisions authorities, institutions, or key players will make in the coming hours. To fully understand it, consider three layers: what has been confirmed, what details are still developing, and what consequences could follow if the situation escalates or new information surfaces. The key takeaway for now is to follow the developments closely without fixating on just the headline, as the context may shift as more reactions, official figures, or new measures are announced. A life lost at sea, a third tragedy in just under a year. Carnival Cruise Line has confirmed that a passenger died after losing control of her mobility scooter at Celebration Key, a popular port in the Bahamas. According to Fox News, this incident marks the third death at the resort since its opening less than a year ago. The cause of the accident is still unknown, but it's raising concerns about safety measures in place for passengers with disabilities. Celebration Key has been touted as a top destination for cruise ships, attracting thousands of visitors each month. However, this latest incident highlights the need for increased vigilance and emergency preparedness at tourist hotspots. The first two deaths occurred just months apart, sparking an investigation into the resort's safety protocols. Carnival Cruise Line has yet to comment on specific measures being taken to prevent similar incidents in the future. As the cruise industry continues to grow, this tragic event serves as a stark reminder of the importance of prioritizing passenger safety above all else. A shocking turn of events unfolds in the nation's capital. Trump assassination attempt suspect pleads not guilty, sparking widespread concern and debate. According to NBC News, William R. Bryan Jr., a 26-year-old from Alabama, was arraigned on charges related to the alleged plot to assassinate former President Donald Trump at a Nevada resort last year. The incident occurred on June 6, 2022, when authorities apprehended Bryan after he allegedly fired shots towards Trump's motorcade in Las Vegas. As reported by NBC News, this is not the first time Bryan has been accused of violent behavior. In 2019, he was arrested for brandishing a firearm at a relative. The suspect remains behind bars without bail, awaiting trial. This case raises questions about mental health, firearms regulations, and national security protocols. The investigation continues to unfold as authorities work to uncover the motivations behind this disturbing incident. Virginia Democrats rush to Supreme Court in last-ditch bid. Virginia's highest court overturned the vote on new congressional map last week, leaving Democrats scrambling to salvage their chances in November's midterm elections. According to ABC News, a group of Democratic lawmakers has now filed an emergency appeal with the U.S. Supreme Court, seeking to override the decision and restore the original map. This latest development is a stark reminder of the intense partisan battles unfolding across America's electoral landscape. The Virginia Supreme Court had initially ruled that the new map was unconstitutional, citing concerns over gerrymandering. Democrats argue this move would disenfranchise thousands of voters. As reported by ABC News, the new map would have given Republicans an advantage in at least 3 districts. This decision comes after a contentious redistricting process marked by allegations of partisan manipulation and racial bias. The U.S. Supreme Court is expected to review the appeal in the coming weeks. If upheld, this ruling could significantly alter the electoral landscape in Virginia and beyond. A major shakeup in government plans has left welfare advocates reeling today. The UK government has announced that a new parliamentary bill on welfare will not be included in the upcoming King's Speech, sparking concern among those who rely on benefits. According to BBC News, this decision comes as a surprise to many, given the mounting pressure on the government to address rising poverty and inequality. The King's Speech is set to take place later this month, marking the start of a new parliamentary session. This move has significant implications for millions of Britons who rely on welfare support. Critics argue that the lack of action on welfare reform will only exacerbate existing social problems. As reported by BBC News, the government had previously hinted at introducing legislation aimed at overhauling the benefits system. Now, it seems that these plans have been put on hold indefinitely. The decision has left many wondering what this means for those struggling to make ends meet. This development is a stark reminder of the complex and often contentious nature of welfare reform in the UK. A crucial deadline looms for millions of American women seeking access to abortion pills. The Supreme Court has temporarily extended its consideration of a case that could block the availability of mifepristone, a key medication in at-home abortions, by mail. According to NBC News, the justices are still deliberating on what next steps to take in this pivotal challenge. This move comes as a reprieve for millions of women who rely on the abortion pill, with over 40% of all U.S. abortions being conducted via mifepristone. The case at hand revolves around a long-standing FDA approval process for the medication, which has been under fire from conservative lawmakers and advocates seeking to restrict access. As reported by NBC News, this decision could have far-reaching implications for reproductive rights in America, potentially affecting over 10 million women of childbearing age. The Supreme Court's deliberations are expected to continue, with a final ruling likely to be made within the next few weeks. If the court ultimately upholds the lower court's decision to block mifepristone by mail, it could have devastating consequences for those seeking reproductive health care. As we await the outcome of this critical case, one thing is clear: the stakes are high and the clock is ticking. Breaking: Alabama's redistricting landscape is about to get a seismic shakeup. Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall has announced plans to challenge the Supreme Court's prior ruling on redistricting, citing a recent Louisiana case as justification. According to Fox News, this move could potentially deal a decisive blow in the ongoing battle over redistricting. The context behind this surprise development lies in the ongoing debate over gerrymandering and electoral districts. Alabama's redistricting efforts have been put under scrutiny due to accusations of partisan manipulation. This latest challenge is seen as an attempt by Marshall to assert his state's rights in the face of federal intervention. As reported by Fox News, Marshall stated he is thrilled to take on this new challenge. The implications of this move are far-reaching and could have a profound impact on the country's electoral landscape. With this development, the stakes are higher than ever for those involved in redistricting battles across the nation. As we await further developments, one thing is certain: the future of Alabama's electoral districts hangs precariously in the balance. The Fox News wine shop is shaking up the beverage industry. According to Fox News, the service lets you sip American wines at home by shopping US-made wines or joining the Fox News American Wine Club for 9 patriotic bottles delivered to your door every 2 months. This innovative venture comes from the renowned news organization known for its in-depth reporting and sharp analysis. As reported by Fox News, the Wine Club offers a unique opportunity for Americans to experience the best of US winemaking without leaving their homes. The service is now available nationwide with an initial shipment of 9 bottles, including exclusive wines not found elsewhere. Each bottle is carefully curated to showcase America's diverse wine regions and styles. According to Fox News, the first shipment is expected to arrive within 4 weeks after signing up. With this new offering, Fox News Wine Shop aims to bring a taste of American excellence directly to consumers' doorsteps. A devastating arson attack on Sir Keir Starmer's constituency office sparks outrage. A Ukrainian man, identified as 23-year-old Oleksiy Shinkariev, has been accused of the attack and appeared in court to face charges. According to BBC News, Shinkariev claims he was forced to start the fire after being recruited online by an extremist group. The incident occurred on January 30th at the Labour Party's Ilford North office, where Starmer was once the MP. As reported by BBC News, the suspect allegedly told police that he had been radicalized online and was coerced into carrying out the attack. This case highlights growing concerns about online extremism and its real-world consequences. The attack has sent shockwaves through the community, with many condemning the violence. If convicted, Shinkariev faces up to 10 years in prison. As the investigation unfolds, questions remain about the extent of online radicalization and how to prevent similar attacks in the future. US passengers from ship quarantined as officials say public risk very low. According to BBC News, one passenger has tested positive for Andes virus, a rare type of hantavirus, while another is showing mild symptoms, health officials say. What makes this story significant is that it goes beyond the immediate headline. It raises questions about the decisions authorities, institutions, or key players will make in the coming hours. To fully understand it, consider 3 layers: what has been confirmed, what details are still developing, and what consequences could follow if the situation escalates or new information surfaces. The key takeaway for now is to follow the developments closely without fixating on just the headline, as the context may shift as more reactions, official figures, or new measures are announced. It will also be important to cross-reference this information with reports from other credible outlets, especially if conflicting accounts or preliminary figures emerge. Trump says ceasefire with Iran is on massive life support. According to NBC News, President Donald Trump told reporters the Iranian response to a U.S. peace proposal was stupid and that the ceasefire is on massive life support. NBC News' John Allen reports on the war's impasse and how Trump responded to questions over his meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping later in the. What makes this story significant is that it goes beyond the immediate headline. It raises questions about the decisions authorities, institutions, or key players will make in the coming hours. To fully understand it, consider 3 layers: what has been confirmed, what details are still developing, and what consequences could follow if the situation escalates or new information surfaces. The key takeaway for now is to follow the developments closely without fixating on just the headline, as the context may shift as more reactions, official figures, or new measures are announced. Breaking news, Papa John's is serving up a surprise to millions of travelers. According to NBC News, Papa John's is offering free pizzas to Spirit Rewards members. This exclusive deal benefits over 100 million loyalty program subscribers who frequent the airline. The promotion aims to boost customer satisfaction and loyalty amidst rising competition in the fast food industry. As reported by NBC News, this partnership marks a significant move for Papa John's to expand its reach beyond traditional delivery markets. With over 3,000 locations worldwide, Papa John's is leveraging its extensive network to target high-value customers. The deal is expected to drive sales and increase customer retention. However, critics argue that the promotion may be seen as a desperate attempt to regain market share after a tumultuous period for the brand. As Papa John's continues to navigate challenges in the industry, this move could either revitalize its image or reinforce concerns about its business strategy. Repeatedly flashing others at a park is how you turn underwear hikes into an indecent exposure arrest. According to Fox News, Gregory Mack, 59, is accused of indecent exposure at Louisville's Cherokee Park after allegedly flashing and committing lewd acts before witnesses. What makes this story significant is that it goes beyond the immediate headline. It raises questions about the decisions authorities, institutions, or key players will make in the coming hours. To fully understand it, consider 3 layers: what has been confirmed, what details are still developing, and what consequences could follow if the situation escalates or new information surfaces. The key takeaway for now is to follow the developments closely without fixating on just the headline, as the context may shift as more reactions, official figures, or new measures are announced. It will also be important to cross-reference this information with reports from other credible outlets, especially if conflicting accounts or preliminary figures emerge. Soros-backed prosecutor Steve Descano faces scathing backlash. According to Fox News, Descano dismissed a Department of Justice probe into alleged sweetheart deals for illegal aliens as partisan attacks by Trump's team. The investigation, which began in 2021, aimed to uncover whether certain individuals were receiving favorable treatment due to their immigration status. This controversy has been brewing since at least February 2022, when the DOJ launched its inquiry. As reported by Fox News, Descano's office has been accused of mishandling the case and prioritizing politics over justice. In a stunning display of vitriol, one critic called Descano a scumbag in response to his handling of the probe. The situation raises serious concerns about the politicization of law enforcement and the potential for abuses of power. The headline reads, "Soros-backed prosecutor hit with rebuke after dismissing probe as Trump partisan attacks, hey scumbag."